Good evening, fans, and welcome to Carver Gymnasium for this evening's contest featuring the Lincoln University Oaklanders and your Western Washington University Vikings. Fans, prior to the announcement of our starting lineups, at this time, would everyone please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Western Washington University Pep Band. Western basketball fans, please join us and his family in remembering Todd Gerke, our honorary coach, on his birthday. Todd was an ardent women's basketball fan and never missed a game. He loved watching his favorite oldest niece, Emma Duff, from her very first YMCA game to her time here at Western Washington University. He took credit for her spin move that he taught her on the hoop in the driveway. Cancer takes the ones we love, but it can't take his spirit that will remain here with Emma and the women's Vikings basketball team. Fans, our honorary coach this evening on his birthday, Todd Gerke. Now, fans, here are the starting lineups. First, from the visiting Lincoln University Oaklanders, as announced by their head coach, Ron Williams. Coach Williams is assisted by Jessica Rogers. Fans, welcome to the court, number 10, Kiana Thompson. Number 13, Atiene Ekanum. Number 21, Dominique Seymour. Number 23, Corinne Foster. And number 30, Deneen Jackson. Fans, these are the Lincoln University Oaklanders. Viking fans, are you ready? Fans, now here is your starting lineup for our team, the Western Washington University Vikings, as announced by our head coach, Carmen Dolfo. Fans, Coach Dolfo is assisted by Stacy Terrell, Annalisa Fish, Bobby Westendorf, George Irwin, and Reed Hartley. Fans, welcome to the court of 5'10" junior from Everson, Washington, number 1, Avery Dykstra. a 5'8" senior from Seal Beach, California, number 10, Danny Iwami. A 6' senior from Tumwater, Washington, number 12, Emma Duff. A 6'3" sophomore from Vancouver, Washington, number 15, Brooke Walling. And a 5'11" junior from Everson, Washington, number 20, Katrina Jamaica. Fans, these are your Western Washington Vikings!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WECU Court. We're in Carver Gym on the campus of Western Washington University, of course in Bellingham, Washington. We got the Western Washington Vikings taking on the Lincoln Oaklanders. My name is Ben Bagley. You're watching Vikings TV. For the first time, the Vikings have actually been at home this season. Yes, they are ranked number 11 in the country, and they are 5-0. All 5 of those wins came on the road. We'll talk about that later in the broadcast, but first let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Vikings, Avery Dykstra, the guard out of Everson, Washington, Danny Iwami and Emma Duff, a pair of fifth-year seniors. Brooke Walling in her first home game as a Viking, the sophomore from Vancouver, Washington. And Katrina Jamaica wearing number 20, forward from Everson. For the Lincoln Oaklanders, starting lineups are Kiana Thompson, Etienne Ikanum, Dominique Seymour, Corinne Foster, and Deneen Jackson. Teams were a little bit mixed up on the court there, going the wrong ways. Looks like they're all sorted out now. It's going to be Brooke Walling to jump for the Vikings. But winning it is Deneen Jackson. Scratch that. Avery Dykstra steals it away. First offensive set for the Vikings at home this season. Danny Iwami back to Emma Duff. The corner three. Just off. Rebound to the Oaklanders. This is Etienne Ikanum. Passes it off to Kiana Thompson. Kiana Thompson has been the leading scorer for the Oaklanders this season. They are 1-7 on the very young season. This is Kiana Thompson. Tipped away by Dykstra. Stolen by Dykstra. Passes up to Danny Iwami. Here's the fast break. A move in the paint, and it's in. The layup is good by Danny Iwami. See the Vikings now looking at a half-court press situation. They back off into their zone defense. That's Katrina Jamaica playing defense. Corinne Foster with the ball, stolen away by Brooke Walling. Walling picking up her first stat on WECU court. Avery Dykstra down the court. Emma Duff, the pump fake, dump off to Jamaica. It's in. Nice passing by the Vikings, and they lead 4-0. See them running, looks like a 1-2-1-1 zone. Stepping out of bounds, it's a turnover for the Vikings. Handling the ball, looks like it was Corinne Foster. Here's the last bucket by the Vikings. You see Emma Duff. Nice little pump fake, nice up and under, finding Katrina Jamaica. Jamaica getting an increased role this season. Her first season consistently in the starting lineup. She's putting up great numbers in her past seasons. Vikings went 6-0 on their home court in the shortened spring 2021 season due to COVID. Passed it around here to the corner. Emma Duff, another three-pointer. That one is good. Emma Duff knocking down her first three-pointer of the game. That's the leading scorer, averaging just under 16 points a game. Oaklanders looking for a bucket. Almost 2 minutes have expired here in the first half. Excuse me, first quarter. Driving and dumping it off. Three-point shot, Kiana Thompson just out. That ball off of Avery Dykstra. It'll stay with the Oaklanders. So Lincoln University, or perhaps I should finish this thought after this possession. Here's a three-pointer. Off, rebound to Brooke Walling. Here comes Danny Iwami passing up to Dykstra. That's tipped out. It will stay with the Vikings. Danny Iwami to inbound. Walling hands back off to Awami. The cross-court pass, dangerous one. That's stolen away by Dominique Seymour. She goes all the way. No, passes off to Thompson, but it's blocked. Thompson throws up another shot. That's no good. Rebound by Katrina Jamaica. Cross-court pass to Dykstra. Down low to Emma Duff. Up and under layup is good. Excuse me, no. She stepped on the line. That'll be a turnover by Emma Duff. Here is the three-pointer right before that. Nice job swinging it around, finding Duff in the corner. Substitution on the court. Riley Dykstra is in the game, little sister of Avery Dykstra, both products of Linden Christian University. Katrina Jamaica takes a seat. There's Danny Awami playing some tight defense on Corinne Foster. Foster dribbling around, poked away by Awami. Vikings now in a fast break. Duff turns it over. Full court pass. Here's Corinne Foster on the other hand. She can't handle it. So a couple of turnovers back to back there. Coach Carmen Dolfo stands up and pleads with her players. Let's play a little bit more in control. She gives her fifth-year senior the play, and here comes Danny Awami. Awami is a great story, come back from a couple of injuries to get back to playing at a high level. Here's a midcourt shot by Brooke Walling off front rim. Rebounded by the Oaklanders. Nope, it is a jump ball. It's going to be possession to Oakland, or the Oaklanders. See the Vikings still coming out in this full court defensive attack. There's a pass that just goes too far, and it whacks into Victor Viking. And we're going to have a substitution on the floor. Entering the game is Desiree Riley. Here's a look at that last play. Ooh, Victor taking it right off the chest. Took it like a champ. Here's Riley Dykstra making a move, taking some contact, getting fouled, and Riley Dykstra will head to the line. Riley Dykstra has been a great scorer for the Vikings this year. Fourth in the team in scoring, but she's getting to the line and getting in the lane. But I was going to say earlier about Lincoln University, this is a 101-year-old university who just this year added varsity sports for the first time. They added men's basketball, women's basketball, along with football. So for Lincoln University, they are 1-7 on the season. This is their inaugural season. This is just the 8th game in program history. So if the girls that are on the court right now, big shout out to them for just being students and stepping up and joining this varsity team competing against D2 athletes from across the country. There is a turnover back to the Vikings. Earlier in the year, the men's basketball team played against Lincoln University. Western was victorious in that game. The Lincoln University men's team, however, is coached by Gary Payton, longtime Seattle Supersonics legend. So this Lincoln basketball program, with some big names, a little bit of power. So as they continue to evolve and grow as a program, sure we'll see great things of them in the future. For now, good for these girls and good for the program for existing, coming up to Bellingham and giving it a battle. Here's Emma Duff inside. The Vikings are on an 11-0 run to start the game. Emma Duff is up to 5 points, and here's that full court defense. Picked off by Awami. No. Dribbling inside is Lincoln. Up and under reverse layup is good. That's Dominique Seymour. First points of the game for the Oaklanders, but quickly here come the Vikings. Three-pointer, Riley Dykstra. That's good. 14-2, the Vikings lead. Dykstra to Dykstra on that last one. Avery assisting Riley. Driving into the lane, can't connect. Ball's on the ground. Will it be another jump ball? It will. That was Corinne Foster on the ground for the Oaklanders. We're going to get some substitutions on the floor for the Vikings. Entering the game is Carly Zaragoza. Let's take a look at it underneath. Emma Duff putting it in. Entering the game, though, is Carly Zaragoza, Gracie Castaneda, and Maddie Granboyce. Grand Boyce, a new face to the Viking squad this year. Getting her first look. Here's a three-pointer, and she hits it. Maddie Grand Boyce will welcome to Western. And a turnover. It'll go right back to the Vikings. Looks like Monique Fierke will check into the game now for the Vikings. There's Grand Boyce knocking down the three. Grand Boyce, a local product from Marysville, Washington, and Marysville Getchell High School. True freshman is Grand Boyce. As Monique Fierke has checked into the game. Here's Castaneda up top, kicks over to Fierke. Vikings leading 17-2. Up to Castaneda. Over in the corner, that is Fierke, just off. Zaragoza battles for it, Fierke gets the rebound. Castaneda pump fakes, now drives, kicks out. Another three-pointer, Riley Dykstra, it's good! Riley Dykstra with 2 early threes, Vikings leading 20-2. Western is already 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Here's Lincoln battling back, driving in, that's Kiana Thompson, just off. Riley Dykstra the rebound. Gracie Castaneda now pushing the tempo. Grand Boyce over to Dykstra. Back to Castaneda. Down low to Zaragoza, dribble move out to Grand Boyce, three-pointer off the side of the backboard. Comes Oakland the other way, the Lincoln the other way. The Lincoln Oaklanders have been giving me a little bit of linguistic trouble. That was Kiana Thompson hitting the layup in transition, 20-4. One team that Lincoln beat this year was the California Maritime Academy. Here's the Vikings down low. That's to Carly Zaragoza. She kicks out, passes up a corner three, kicks it back over. Riley Dykstra, a three-pointer, is short. 6.5 minutes expired in the first quarter. Desiree Riley driving in, throwing up a shot. It's off the backboard, off the rim. Here come the Vikings the other way. Castaneda pushing the tempo. Down to Zaragoza. She gets fouled. Couldn't convert the shot. Carly Zaragoza will head to the line shooting 2. Nice job here by Castaneda pushing the tempo, finding Zaragoza. Draws the contact. It's 20-4 here in Bellingham. 3:20 to play in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Bellingham. I stumbled over my words as we went to that TV timeout. The Vikings have not been stumbling at all, leading 20-4. Just under 7 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Vikings are 5-0 on the year, getting their first start or first game at Carver this year. Carly Zaragoza drew the contact. She's headed to the free throw line. Zaragoza knocks down the first one. She's a 50% free throw shooter coming into this one, 4 of 8. Vikings as a team shooting 67%. Also checked in the game now for the first time as a Viking on WECU court is Truett Riley, 6'1" freshman from Silverton, Oregon, as Zaragoza knocks down both free throws. Vikings right now rolling out 2 centers, Zaragoza and Riley. There's Grand Boyce playing defense on Kiana Thompson. Thompson gets past her, drives inside, wild layup, no good. Truett Riley the rebound. Here's Gracie Castaneda. She gets it poked away but recovers. Picks up her dribble. The Vikings get it across. There's Grand Boyce putting some moves on. Over to Castaneda. Riley with the high screen. Castaneda goes low to Zaragoza. A nice move in the post, and the layup is good. Zaragoza shaking her defender. And it's now a 20-point lead for the Vikings. Maddie Granboyce playing tough defense. Wild shot, but she is fouled. That's Kiana Thompson. Take a look at that nice move by Carly Zaragoza. No, that is not a travel. You get one step after picking up your pivot foot, and she used it well for a bucket. Kiana Thompson headed to the line. 5'7" guard from Oakland, California. One other thing about being a first-year program, this women's basketball team for Lincoln only has 9 players on the entire roster. 2 of them are injured today, so there's only 7 players suited up, meaning there's only 2 subs. There's the Vikings pushing the tempo. Up to Monique Fierke, goes low to Zaragoza, uses her elbows, works out some space. Truett Riley pivots around and gets fouled. She will head to the line. Truett Riley, 4 for 4 from the free throw line this year. You can see she went down low, got the ball, tried to pivot away from the basket, maybe for a fadeaway jumper, and she was fouled. She misses the free throw, her first miss from the free throw line this year. Truett Riley is averaging 5 minutes a game and 2.4 points. She knocks down the second free throw. It's back to a 19-point lead for the Vikings. Gracie Castaneda ready to play some tough defense. This is Kiana Thompson with the ball. Goes to her left, pulls and shoots from 3, off backboard, no good. Here's Castaneda pushing the tempo. Look at the speed, the dish. No foul, but Truett Riley there for the rebound to put it back in. Vikings now up to 21, their largest lead of the game. Pump fake in the corner, that was Kiana Thompson. She drives, and she puts it in. Kiana Thompson now up to 6 points. Riley pushes it up the floor to a wide open Monique Fierke. Misses the 3. I said Monique's last name so weird there. It's like Fierke. Monique Fierke. There we go. Here's the last bucket by the Vikings. Nice dish to Zaragoza. Almost got fouled. Riley was right there, though, to put it in. Here comes Lincoln. Throwing up a shot. Way off. That was Corinne Foster. She thought she got fouled. And we'll get some substitutions for Lincoln. Deneen Jackson and Ebenesia Watts entering the game. Riley inbounds to Castaneda. Here's Truett Riley. Addition to Zaragoza, back to Riley. She backs down. Nice move in the paint. And suddenly Truett Riley having a very nice game. 5 points for her now. Granboyce playing some tough defense, moving the feet. Dishes it off to Deneen Jackson. Here's Etienne Ikanum. The defense right now by the Vikings. Castaneda gets the board. Shot clock is turned off. 25 seconds to play. She pushes it fast. Granboyce right there. It's 31-8. Clock still running, under 20 seconds here in the first quarter. This is Dominique Seymour. Loses the handle, reclaims it. 6 on the clock. 5 on the clock. Pass down low. Etienne Ikanum at the buzzer, no good. After the first period of play, it's all Vikings. 31-8, Western on top. We'll take a quick break, be right back here for the second quarter on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome back to WECU Court. We have the Vikings playing Lincoln University, leading 31-8 after the first quarter. My name is Ben Bagley. Thank you for joining us on Vikings TV. Western shot 61% in that first quarter. Lincoln only shot 20%. Vikings also went 4 of 9 from deep. Riley Dykstra right now leading all players with 8 points. This is Danny Awami dishing out to Emma Duff. Over to Jamaica. Avery Dykstra. Down low to Brooke Walling. The starters back in for the second quarter. Brooke Walling, no good. Here come the Oaklanders in transition. Losing the handle was Dominique Seymour. And here come the Vikings. Emma Duff now down the court quickly. Passes to Walling, but it's tipped away. And back and forth we go. Here come the Oaklanders. Lead pass was a nice one. Layup is good. Hitting the layup was Kiana Thompson off a pretty feed from Dominique Seymour. Here's Walling kicking out. Avery Dykstra, corner three, no good. How about Dykstra, though, chasing down her own rebound. She gets it back. Emma Duff now in the corner. Jab step, drives in. Passes to a cutting Jamaica who cannot hit the shot. Walling, though, tips it out. 31-10, Vikings lead. Just over a minute elapsed here in the first quarter. Emma Duff backs up to three-point land. Tries to pass it inside, but overshoots her target, Jamaica. And that'll be a turnover for the Vikings. Man, Danny Awami backed up into that three-point land. She had a lot of space. I know she likes to shoot the three. I'm surprised she didn't pull the trigger. Here are the Oaklanders. Kiana Thompson passes down low. Pass to Corinne Foster. Awami gets a hand in there, but she fouls. Foul on Danny Awami. She fouled Corinne Foster. Here's the basket for the Oaklanders a little bit ago off that very pretty feed from Dominique Seymour. They have it under the basket, trying to get it in, but off the foot of Danny Awami. One thing that's kind of evident on the court right now is just the size advantage the Vikings have. Vikings have a number of players over 6 foot. Right now in the middle they have Brooke Walling, who's standing at 6'3". As this possession will stay with the Oaklanders. The Vikings have Brooke Walling at 6'3", Trina Jamaica at 5'11". Both the Dykstra sisters at 5'10", so a lot of length up and down the roster. For the Oaklanders right now, Deneen Jackson is 6 foot. Etienne Ibakam is 5'10", but other than that, they got a couple of girls who just can't compete right now with Western size. The last bucket was by Kiana Thompson. Here's Danny Awami driving in, off the backboard, it's good. Bring it up the court is Lincoln. Driving inside, drawing contact. That is Dominique Seymour. And they call an offensive foul. So it'll be a turnover back to the Vikings. You can take a look at it here. See Katrina Jamaica set her feet, and they called it offensive. Jamaica then turned to the bench, and Coach Carmen Dolphin, everybody was holding up one finger. I think they might be counting up how many charges they draw this year. Here's Awami passing to Brooke Walling. Over to Riley Dykstra. Awami working in the post. Up to Brooke Walling. Three-pointer. Way off. Duff, the quick rebound. She puts it up and in. Emma Duff been so good this year. She's top 10 in the GNAC in both points per game and rebounds per game. 16 points a game, 8.5 boards. She's actually third in the GNAC in rebounds per game. Here's a shot attempt by Dominique Seymour, but she goes out of it, passes it down low, and it is a turnover. Vikings holding on now to a 23-point lead. See Brooke Walling missing that three, and Emma Duff opportunistic with the rebound. Danny Awami kicks over to Duff. Brooke Walling in the high post. Over to Duff, the three-pointer. She nails it. Emma Duff keeps scoring. She's up to 10. Vikings now 5 of 12 from deep. Trying to pass inside, and they do get it inside. Foul on the Vikings. Corinne Foster headed to the line. Foul was on Katrina Jamaica. See the nice little high post play. Brooke Walling back to Emma Duff. And Duff lets it fly. Duff has become such a confident scorer in her time here as a Viking. She and Danny Awami, the two seniors on this roster who have really grown together. I should say the two fifth-year seniors on the roster because Monique Fierke is also a senior. Brooke Walling gets the board. Lincoln missed both free throws. Here's Emma Duff going down low. No, she kicks out. Over to Gracie Castaneda. High pick by Walling again. Over to Jamaica. Jamaica drives inside, gets in the lane easily, but too much power on the floater. Here come the Oaklanders. Ebeneja Watts. Lost control. Katrina Jamaica battling for it. And that'll be a turnover. Good defensive effort there by Katrina Jamaica. Ebeneja Watts tried to draw a foul, it looked like. Nice defensive effort by Jamaica on that one. We've seen nice defensive effort in the entire game. Here's Castaneda pushing the tempo. Dumps off to Riley Dykstra. Brooke Walling, free throw line. Gets past her defender, drives inside. Too easy for Brooke Walling. 40-12, Vikings lead. Ebeneja Watts kicks over. Deneen Jackson, the shot. It's nothing, out of bounds. We get some substitutions here for the Vikings. Entering the game, Truett Riley, Carly Zaragoza, and Monique Fierke as Jamaica, Walling, and Duff head to the bench. I thought Walling might have shot that shot, but I think she liked that one a little bit more. Blowing past her defender for the easy two in the paint. Riley Dykstra down low to Carly Zaragoza. The nice spin move in the post. The shot just rims out. Loose ball foul on the Vikings. It'll be on Zaragoza. And we'll get a couple of subs for Lincoln. Kiana Thompson and Dominique Seymour re-entering the game. Just about halfway through this second quarter, Vikings leading 40-12. In the corner, this is Kiana Thompson. Crossover, driving in. Too much power, and an offensive foul. See, Monique Fierke puts up the number 1 to her bench. They're definitely keeping count. And we are going to get a timeout on the floor, so we're going to take a break. 4:58 remaining in this second quarter. Vikings leading 40-12. Be right back here on Vikings TV.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us.
And for college sports.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bellingham. My name is Ben Bagley, bringing you this Viking basketball action, taking on Lincoln University. See some members of the men's basketball team. Looks like Jalen Green and Daniel Hornbuckle there sitting behind Victor Viking, supporting their other squads. Looks like we're going to have a quick stoppage on the court. Some of our Vikings event staff getting tended to. Looks like everybody exited the gym safely. And we'll get back underway here. At that break, I got a Twitter notification. I saw a pretty interesting stat. If you follow the NBA at all, the Memphis Grizzlies defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 152-79. It's the largest margin of victory in NBA history, 72 points. Or 73 points, excuse me. And what got me thinking about that is just on Tuesday, the men's basketball team played Northwest Indian College, and that final score was 130-59. That's an 80-point margin of victory. Right now, the women's team up by 28 points. We'll see what kind of gaudy numbers they can put up. Here's Gracie Castaneda dribbling it. Passes up to Carly Zaragoza. Down low to Truitt. Truitt Riley gets it to go. Truitt Riley now is up to 7 points. Excuse me, 8 points. Desiree Riley driving in. Circus free throw no good. She gets her own rebound. Kiana Thompson at the three-point line. She fires from three. Hits nothing. Out of bounds. Back to the Vikings. Maddie Grandboyce checking back in the game for Riley Dykstra. Castaneda over to Monique Fierke. High screen by Zaragoza. Fierke gets inside. Too easy, but she misses the layup. Oaklanders come the other way. I was glancing through my stats there. I'll tell you what I found in just a second. Truitt Riley with the big rebound. Here's Gracie Castaneda coming the other way. Finds Fierke in the corner. Down to Zaragoza. We've seen some great ball movement by the Vikings in this game. There's a nice jab step by Grandboyce. Gets inside, too much on the layup. Vikings have missed a number of shots close in this game. Here's the Oaklanders coming the other way, but a big block by Truitt Riley. I was poking through my stats, and I see that 11 players have already tallied 6 or more points for these Vikings. We're seeing substitutions come fast and furious. Coach Carmen Dolfo has a very, very deep roster, and she likes to use all of it. Here's Truitt Riley getting tangled up. She battles through, pass out. Castaneda with 10 seconds on the shot clock. 9-8-7. High screen from Zaragoza. Castaneda drives in. It's blocked. Good block by Kiana Thompson. And here she comes the other way. She pulls up. Passes over. Gracie Castaneda getting tangled up with Desiree Riley. Ball will stay with the Oaklanders. Oaklanders, of course, out of Oakland, California. Pass up to Kiana Thompson. Guarded closely by Castaneda. Thompson steps back, three-pointer is off. Riley the rebound. Here's Castaneda. Couple dribble moves, and she dribbles out. Down to Riley with the mismatch. Trua Riley battles through some tough defense and gets it to go. Trua Riley up to 9 points, 4-4 from the floor. Pass into the corner. And poked away, out of bounds, but it will stay with the Oaklanders. There's Coach Carmen Dolfo. Looking to take this team back into the NCAA tournament. Ranked number 11 in the country, 44-12 lead. They force a turnover. Here comes Fierke quickly the other way. Almost runs into Castaneda. Ball quickly gets down low. Truett Riley passes out to a wide open Grand Boyce. A three-pointer, no good. Gracie Castaneda battles for the rebound. Her shot is good. How about Castaneda getting the rebound, getting up, getting aggressive. And she has a chance now for a three-point play. Grand Boyce too long on the three. Castaneda battles for it. Minute 47 to play here in Bellingham, second quarter. Gonna take a quick break. Be right back after this on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bellingham. Gracie Castaneda just knocked down her free throw to make it a three-point play. And there's a foul on the other end. Desiree Riley will head to the line. I was notified over the break that earlier I tried to say how many different players have played at least 6 minutes. I said scored 6 points. Not quite what I meant, or else the score would be quite a bit higher if 11 different players have each scored 6 points. Right now, 11 different players have each had at least 7 minutes. And right now on the court for the Vikings, it's Zaragoza, Riley, Grand Boyce, Fierke, and Castaneda. First free throw, no good by Desiree Riley. Second one is off. Zaragoza the rebound. Gracie Castaneda passes up to Grand Boyce. Back to Castaneda, down low. Carly Zaragoza, mid-range jumper, no good. But how about that? Getting her own rebound, passing it off, and another three-point opportunity. Looks like an injury under the basket. That is Grand Boyce. Grand Boyce hit the shot, and she was fouled. Holding her face, might have got poked in the eye. Not quite sure. Minute 14 on the clock. Vikings leading 47-12. Grand Boyce is the freshman from Marysville High School. Marysville, Washington, Marysville Getchell High School. Vikings currently on an 18-0 run. As Grand Boyce gets tended to on the court. Let's take a quick look at the Vikings. Their very fast start to the season. They started the season unranked. And all of a sudden, they're 5-0 and ranked number 11 in the country. They started off the game by defeating Humboldt State and then number 4 ranked Azusa Pacific. They beat Azusa Pacific quite handily by 16 points, 73-57. Emma Duff led both those games in points and rebounds. And then went on to defeat Cal State San Marcos. And just this last weekend, beat Regis from Colorado and Colorado Christian. Jumped all the way to number 13 in the D2 SIDA rankings. Climbed to number 11 this week. They are also ranked number 2 in the West region, only trailing Alaska Anchorage. Their GNAC foe is actually ranked number 1 in the country right now. So it'll certainly be a battle when those two teams play each other. Vikings will travel to play Alaska Anchorage at Anchorage on January 20th. They'll play them here in Bellingham on February 19th. Maddie Grandboyce still on the ground here. The referees went to the monitor to look at any sort of egregious contact on the foul, see if there's any kind of flagrant. They're now alerting the coaches what they found. You see the faces on the Vikings players. Doesn't sound too good. Hoping for the best right now for Maddie Grandboyce. While we have a chance here, let's also look at quickly some stats right now in the game. Emma Duff leads all players with 10 points. Truett Riley has 9. Riley Dykstra has 8. And Grandboyce has 7. For Lincoln, Kiana Thompson has 10 points. Desiree Seymour has 2, and that's it. There were also some other Vikings in action tonight. As you can see, there is Grandboyce getting tended to. Other Vikings in action today. Our women's soccer team was competing in the Sweet 16 at Dallas Baptist University. They were actually playing in the West Regional Final against their foe, Seattle Pacific. Seattle Pacific defeated them. Pardon me, just listening to the PA announcer. Turns out there's a technical foul. It's going to be on Kiana Thompson, number 10 for Lincoln, as Grandboyce has come to her feet. And she's headed to the bench. Looks like she's going to be all right. That's good to see. So the Western women's soccer team played Seattle Pacific and lost in the West Regional Championship by a final score of 2-1. Women's soccer team was ranked number 13 in the country. Seattle Pacific was ranked number 4. Seattle Pacific actually defeated Western 4 times this year. So a bitter congratulations, I guess, to our GNAC rival, Seattle Pacific, for advancing to the Elite 8 in women's soccer. And our Western women's volleyball team was also in action. They played Simon Fraser in the first round of the West Regional Tournament. As you saw, Emma Duff hit that technical free throw. They played Simon Fraser, the Vikings did, in volleyball. Defeated them 3-1 to move on to the second round of the NCAA West Regional. Tess Biskup had a career-high 17 kills. Gabby Gunterman, the GNAC Player of the Year, had 17 as well. All right, back to action here on the court. Pass down low to Zaragoza, the mismatch. She takes control of it for an easy bucket in the paint. Vikings now lead by 40. And a timeout taken by Lincoln. We're going to keep things right here. Just a quick 30-second timeout. Just a minute to go until halftime. Take a look at the last shot by Zaragoza, and you can see the size mismatch. Glad they went down there and found her. Zaragoza up to 6 points in the game. As you see, the teams are already quickly back out on the court. Riley Dykstra checking into the game for the Vikings after the timeout. Vikings currently on a 21-0 run in the quarter. Lincoln has scored just 4 points in this quarter, the first 4. And they fumble it away there. Last touched by Riley Dykstra. 43 seconds on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. It'll be Lincoln ball. Pass inside, behind the back, but loses the handle. This is Dominique Seymour, and she gets it poked away. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen. I believe that steal will go to Zaragoza, but it was Truett Riley that poked it out. 30 seconds on the game clock. Down low to Riley. Freshman center showing her stuff. Nice move in the paint, gets her 2. Shot clock is turned off. Here's Ebenesia Watts. Passed over to Desiree Riley, who launches, no good. Offensive rebound. Putting the shot back up is Deneen Jackson. She gets fouled and 1 opportunity. Foul will go on Truett Riley. And here she is, now tied for the team lead with 11 points. She's 5 of 5 from the floor. Deneen Jackson nails the free throw, 54-15. 5-4 on the clock. It's Castaneda, throws it up and gets it in. Right at the buzzer, Castaneda adding some insurance points. It's 56-15 after 2 quarters. Vikings in full control as we head to halftime. Take a quick halftime break, be right back here in the second half on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And
for
for college sports.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bellingham. We're on WECU Court, where the Vikings currently lead the Lincoln Oaklanders 56-15. A look at the first half stats. You see Vikings just shot the ball so well, 55% from the floor, 78% from the free throw line, and 58.5% from three. Vikings leading the rebound battle, more steals, more blocks, fewer turnovers, and look at those assists, 16-1. Man, if you lead your opponent in all of those categories, that score is very often going to look like it does. Some halftime leaders. First for the Vikings. Leading scorers are Emma Duff and Truett Riley, each with 11. Riley Dykstra has 8. Maddie Granboyce has 7. She exited in the first half with an injury. Carly Zaragoza has 6 points. Danny Awami has 4. Brooke Walling and Katrina Jamaica each with 2. And for Lincoln, leading the way is Kiana Thompson with 10 points. Desiree Seymour has 2. And Deneen Jackson has 3. Here's a look at the Lincoln University Oaklanders. Their first year of existence, 101-year-old university, first year with varsity athletics. This is the first ever Oaklanders squad, and we are happy to have them up here in Bellingham. My name is Ben Bagley, you're watching Vikings TV, and we are just about ready to get set for the second half. Duff to Awami, and we're underway. Starting lineup for the Vikings, Duff, Awami, Walling, Jamaica, and Dykstra. Here's Avery Dykstra, pump fake, down to Jamaica. Jamaica over to Duff. Duff down to Walling. Walling battles away, back to Duff. She throws a wonky pass over to Jamaica, off front rim. Emma Duff dribbles it out. 15 on the shot clock. Awami to Dykstra. The corner finds Awami, but she loses control and steps on the line. Turnover for the Vikings. The Vikings now with their 6th turnover in the game. They have a turnover margin on the year of negative 1.6. They commit 17.6 turnovers and only force 16. This game will certainly flip that margin back in their favor. The pass out by Thompson. And a missed shot by Deneen Jackson. Vikings come quickly the other way. Awami in the paint. Fast break layup is good. Kiana Thompson. Nice pass inside for the Oaklanders. Finds Etienne Ekanum on the wing. Inside go the Oaklanders. A shot up. And it misses. That was Dominique Seymour. Emma Duff over to Danny Awami. The no-look pass went a little too far. And that's a couple of turnovers early in this third quarter. And there's Awami on that long pass by Emma Duff. About half the court setting up that fast break layup. See the Vikings. What kind of zone is that? Is that a 2-3 or a 3-2? Almost looks like a 1-2-1. Here's the Oaklanders working it around. Shot inside, misses. Bit of a blob defense, we'll say, for the Vikings. Here's Dykstra, the dish from Emma Duff. Vikings lead 60-15. Take a look at this defense. Looks like a 1-2-2 almost, with Awami playing on the point guard. And she tips it away there. And you got Duff and Dykstra kind of on the wings, with Walling and Jamaica playing big. Not your typical 2-3 zone. And also certainly not man-to-man. Interesting defensive look by Coach Dolfo. Here's the second cross-court pass of the quarter for Emma Duff for the dish. Duff has 3 assists. Kiana Thompson dribbling it around. Now the Vikings look like they're in more of a man-to-man. And there's a bucket by Kiana Thompson. Thompson now up to 12 points. She leads all players in scoring. Walling with it in the post. Dykstra, the three-pointer. Does not shoot, passes down. Nice find, Jamaica to Walling. And 2 points for Brooke Walling. Vikings back in the amoeba defense. Here's Kiana Thompson driving in, throwing up a layup, no good. She gets her own board, spin in the post, and she gets the second one. Kiana Thompson up to 14 points now. Vikings lead by 43. Here's Danny Awami, free throw line, that's good. Awami now has 8 points, 4 of 4 from the floor. Vikings are shooting 59%. On the year, they've been shooting 44%, so the good shooting night is certainly welcome. Good defense by Brooke Walling. And the Vikings head the other way. Awami to Dykstra. Awami the other side to Duff. Viking guards swinging it around here. Duff to Dykstra. Dykstra inside. Back to Duff. The layup no good. Ball went off of a Viking. It'll be Oaklander ball. As some subs enter the game for Lincoln. Ebenezer Watts and Desiree Riley. There's the nice spin move and finish with the left hand by Kiana Thompson. Thompson defended by Dykstra. Passes over to Desiree Riley. Poked away by Awami. But recovering it is Ebenezer Watts. Watts hands off to Thompson. Inside. Etienne Ekayam. Battle for it on the ground. Walling comes away with it as the shot clock expires. Duff saves it from going out of bounds, and now Danny Awami walks it over half court. Down to Jamaica in the post. Jamaica dribbles through, right-hander, can't get it. Just about halfway through the third quarter, Vikings leading 64-19. Score graphic just a little bit behind. The score is 64-19. There's a missed shot by Kiana Thompson. We've reached the halfway point in the third quarter. Vikings have some substitutions ready. That's what we've been seeing from this Viking squad. I mentioned all those players with equal minutes. They're basically running 2 starting fives out there, and they switch at the halfway point of every quarter. Here's Dykstra, the pump fake, getting inside. The layup is good. 4 points for Avery Dykstra and a timeout on the floor. 66-19 our score in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back after this on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome back to Bellingham. Vikings on top 66-19. You're watching Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bagley. There's a shot of our Viking band and the students in attendance. It is dead week here at Western Washington University, meaning students like myself have to take some finals next week. And then it's off for a couple weeks breaks for the holidays. It'll be Lincoln basketball as we come back with 4:38 remaining on the game clock. Inbound goes to Kiana Thompson, and she's met at half court by Riley Dykstra. Man, Avery and Riley Dykstra, they're wearing number 1 and number 3, and they look identical on defense. Watch Dykstra here as she just gets right up in the grill of whoever she's defending. So quick with their feet, too. There's the shot, rebounded by Truett Riley. Shot by Kiana Thompson, leading scorer for Lincoln. Here's Castaneda picking up her dribble, finding Riley Dykstra. The three-pointer, a bit too long. Rebounded by Deneen Jackson. Here's Thompson in transition, left-hander, no good. Riley the rebound. She now leads the team with 6. Gracie Castaneda dribbles it up to Riley in the high post. Riley, she has very active eyes. She was looking to find a cutter, but she finds Castaneda, who takes it in herself for the easy layup. Riley now with 2 assists, Castaneda with 7 points. This is Ebenesia Watts taking it in, and she gets fouled. Here's the last bucket by the Vikings. Gracie Castaneda just walked right through, and the defense couldn't stop her. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a media timeout, but we're going to keep things right here. Look at Victor Viking and some of the men's basketball team supporting the women's team on this Thursday evening. Both of these teams will be in action on Saturday. Simon Fraser crossing the border to come play us in Bellingham. Look at Jalen Green, the leading scorer for the men's team. Men will be playing Simon Fraser at 3 p.m. right here on Saturday. The women will follow at 7. There goes the Viking band. Student conductor is Walter. Such a great guy, such a great conductor. Has a ton of fun with his student band. Victor Viking loves it as well. Both teams had a chance to talk it over. 3:16 remaining in the third quarter. 68-19 the score. There's the inbounds. Shot goes up, does not fall. Shot was thrown up by Desiree Riley. Castaneda came down with it. Vikings out rebounding the Oaklanders 32-21. Castaneda down to Fierke. Fierke in the low post, up to Zaragoza. The long jumper, butter. Zaragoza showing off her range. Normally a paint beast, but hitting the near three-pointer that time. 70-19. In the post, but poked away by Zaragoza. And a turnover. That was Corinne Foster passing it to no one. Gracie Castaneda defended closely. She will run the offense from the right side of the court. Passes into Zaragoza, who goes to work but passes out. 15 on the shot clock. Truett Riley lost her defender, found Zaragoza free throw line, passes out to Fierke. Fierke finds Castaneda, 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer no good. Nice running rebound by Truett Riley. She misses, gets her own rebound, but it's poked away and it'll stay with the Vikings. Truett Riley's been having a very good game. 11 points, 5 of 6 shooting. That was just her first miss. You see her getting in there, getting the rebound. Tough shot there, kind of off her wrong foot. Just throwing it back up. Vikings have a new shot clock, 20 seconds. Here's Riley down low to Zaragoza. Zaragoza gets swarmed. Out to Castaneda, the three-pointer, nothing but net. The 6th three-pointer for the Vikings. The first for Castaneda. It is 73-19 here in the third quarter. Oaklanders dribbling it out. Dominique Seymour driving to the lane, and she gets fouled. 2 shots. Vikings season high in scoring was 78 against Cal State San Marcos, and there's Gracie Castaneda drilling it with the defender closing out fast. Shot by Seymour, no good. Just here in the second half, Vikings are outscoring the Oaklanders 17-4. Free throw drilled that time by Dominique Seymour. And a pair of subs enter the game for the Oaklanders. Castaneda dribbling around, finds Riley Dykstra down low. Dykstra putting a move on, can't hit close. I thought there might be a foul called, there was not. That'll just be a straight turnover. Out of bounds by the Oaklanders. Just under a minute left on the clock. Vikings holding a 53-point lead. Castaneda to Riley. 3 Vikings have double-digit points. Zaragoza down low. Backdoor cut, Fierke passes out. 10 on the shot clock. Zaragoza goes in, passes to Castaneda. Reverse layup, off the rim and good. 75-20 now as the clock runs and the shot clock is turned off. Oaklanders could hold for the final possession, 20 on the clock. Down to 10 on the clock. This is Kiana Thompson looking to take the last shot. Guarded by Riley Dykstra. High pick. 4-3. Shot goes up, just rims off. That is how the third quarter is going to end. Vikings head into the fourth with this one all but wrapped up. 75-20. Be right back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And for college sports.
Welcome back to WECU Court. We'd like to take a quick moment to recognize tonight's honorary coach in loving memory of Todd Gerke. Gerke was the late uncle of Emma Duff. Emma Duff was wearing that Vikings Against Cancer shirt earlier today. She said before the game that her uncle was responsible for teaching her that post move in the paint. So bringing his spirit to the court every single night. So on behalf of Viking Athletics, the Duff Gerke family, we're thinking of you and in loving memory of our honorary coach, Todd Gerke. Back to this one. Here's the Oaklanders firing a three. No good. That was Kiana Thompson. Emma Duff grabs the rebound but throws it away. Kiana Thompson back with it. Dribbles into the corner. Dribbles all around. Puts up a jumper. No good. Jamaica the rebound. Here's Dykstra on the wing. Starters back in for the Vikings. See them really platoon who's on the court. The same girls play together, just a different group of 5. Here's Walling in the post. Kicks over to Duff. Duff, the three-pointer, off the front of the rim. Ball will stay here with the Vikings. Just over a minute elapsed here in the fourth quarter. Vikings leading by 55. But Duff passes in to Jamaica. Dykstra back to Jamaica, finds Brooke Walling down low. That's way too easy for Brooke Walling. Walling is a 6'3" forward/center/guard, put her anywhere. So good in the paint. Good outside as well. Truly a hybrid player and just dominating the defender in the paint on that last one. 77-20 our score. There's the shot inside, rims out by Dominique Seymour. Brooke Walling gets the board. She's had double-digit boards in each of her last 2 games. She's up to 5 in this one. Duff down to Walling again. Finds Avery Dykstra, the wide open three-pointer off the front of the rim. Emma Duff battling for the board, and she gets it. Duff kicks out to Awami. Great board there by the team leader in rebounds, Emma Duff. Here's Awami inside. The running layup is good. That lead is up to 59. The reason I keep mentioning that, I checked at the break. The largest winning margin in program history is 74 points. That number possibly in reach tonight. The Vikings want to keep the foot on the gas pedal. There's a shot inside that is good by Deneen Jackson. Vikings, the number 11 team in the country, ranked number 2 in the West region. Their final game before kicking off GNAC play against Simon Fraser this Saturday. There's a ball thrown away by Emma Duff. A couple of substitutions come in for Lincoln. Here's the pass down low to Brooke Walling, just using her body so well, sealing off the defender, giving herself a wide open lane to the hoop. You can tell she's an experienced post player. And I can imagine if you're a female basketball player at 6'3", coaches always wanted to put you down in the post. So I'm sure her post game is well refined. Here's Awami receiving a high screen from Jamaica. Down to Brooke Walling. Walling passes out. Here's Dykstra passing it around. Jamaica going to work in the post. It rims out. Kiana Thompson with the rebound. She now has 8. Driving layup, no good. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Walling. Foul on Dykstra. You see her just got a hand in there. It looked like her left hand that kind of got in the pocket of Etene Ikanam as she was trying to drive to the hoop. Oaklanders are 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Make that 4 of 10. Vikings are 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Missed the first board or free throw and missed the second. Walling getting the board. Here's Iwami dribbling around. Into Walling in the post. Passes to Dykstra. Finds a cutting Emma Duff who throws one up, and she was fouled. Foul by Deneen Jackson. Walling had a shot, Dykstra had a shot, and Duff had a shot in the paint. All 3 of them could have put that shot up. You can just see the selflessness of this team, always looking for the assist. They have 24 assists in the game. On the year, they averaged 12 assists. They've doubled their margin in this one. Emma Duff knocks down the free throw. Western, I actually just looked it up. They rank dead last in the GNAC in assists at 11.8. Ninth is Northwest Nazarene at 12.2. So seeing the passing game come to life in this one, certainly a welcome sign for Coach Dolfo. That shot inside, Eminesia Watts gets it to fall to 81-24 now. And you can see the next 5 players are ready to go as soon as that clock hits 5 minutes. Here's Duff inside, seals off her defender, gets to the paint but can't convert. Iwami with some tight defense. And Lincoln will look to reset their offense. Most of their shots have come in the paint in layup attempts. They're just 10 of 45 from the floor. 5 on the shot clock. Here's a 3-point attempt. No, it's a 2. It is airballed by Desiree Riley. Subs enter the game, and we have a media timeout. 81-24, 4:59 on the clock. We are right back here after these messages on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to WECU Court. You're watching Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bragley, bringing you the action here on this Thursday night. Vikings holding a slim 81-24 lead over the Lincoln Oaklanders. 4:59 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. New group for the Vikings. It's Castaneda, Riley, Fierke, Zaragoza, and Riley Dykstra. It's Riley Dykstra driving, going to the paint. She gets fouled. Nice aggression by the Linden Christian product, former Link. Linden Christian Lynx actually just had their first game of the season, the women's basketball team did. They fell by 1 point to Snohomish. Big shout out to Carner Benatendi, former Western journalism student, now works for the Linden Front, covering all kinds of Whatcom sports. He's done a fantastic job. One of my former classmates. Love seeing his coverage of local high school sports. Riley Dykstra makes one, misses one. He's driving inside, but losing the handle was Eminesia Watts. They're going to say it was off of Monique Fierke, and you can see her face a bit surprised that it was called off her. Take a look at it here on the replay. See who touched it last. Fierke definitely got a hand in there, but you can see it did go off the foot of Eminesia Watts. It'll stay with Lincoln. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Taking a shot. Etsine Ikanam. She does not get it to fall. Here's Dykstra on the wing. Up to Castaneda. Smothering defense now by the Oaklanders. Over to Fierke. Down low to Zaragoza. Looks for a cutter. Goes out to Truitt. Truitt Riley hits the three. excuse me, shoots the three, does not hit. Got a little ahead of myself there. There's a three-pointer by Desiree Riley, no good. Deneen Jackson inside, no good. And we got a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Castaneda. Castaneda's had a good game here tonight. 12 points, 5 of 7 from the floor. There's a foul right there on the rebound. Castaneda is a senior out of Arlington, Washington. And a really good defensive player for the Vikings for a number of years. There's a good defensive play by Zaragoza, forcing the miss. And back come the Vikings. 82-64 is the lead. 58 points. Riley Dykstra. You can see that size advantage that Truett Riley has in the post. She's calling for the ball. Dykstra kicks over to Castaneda. Three-pointer is good. Gracie Castaneda knocks down the three. She now leads all players with 15 points. Vikings are 7 of 20 from behind the line, 35%. Now with their largest scoring output of the year. There's a good, strong defensive play by Zaragoza. We're going to need a stoppage by the referees. Looks like a player got poked in the eye for Lincoln. Take a quick look here on the replay. Somewhere along there looked like Deneen Jackson got hit in the head. The referees stopped it for her safety. She looks all right. She will sub out, though. Corinne Foster entered the game. Vikings lead by 61. This is their largest lead of the game. Evan Angel Watts handles it. 2-1 on the shot clock. She throws it up. No good. They're going to call it a shot clock violation as it did not hit rim. And it will go back to the Vikings. Gracie Castaneda dribbling it up. Zaragoza inside, kicks out. Dykstra over to Riley, nice first step. Almost got the spin move in the paint. So that'll be a foul. Foul on Dominique Seymour. And it'll be an inbounds for the Vikings. If you're curious, I was curious, who in their first season, Lincoln University, who are their opponents? What other kind of schools are they playing? Well, I'll tell you, for the most part, California schools. Division II California schools, William Jessup University, California Maritime, Westcliff University, Hope International. They played some bigger name schools too, like CSU Dominguez Hills. They're playing Western right now. They have Northwest Nazarene on the schedule later in the season. And they play some schools that are staples of California. You got UC Santa Cruz, University of Laverne, Claremont McKenna, UC Santa Cruz again. My parents went to University of Laverne. I'm interested in following that game. I'm going to tune in when Laverne plays Lincoln College. If you're curious, that's Saturday, January 16th. Back to the action here. Vikings with the turnover. They lead 87-24. Let's look at their schedule as well going forward. After this one, they have Simon Fraser on Saturday, their GNAC opener. And they have 3 more games on the road right during the holiday break. Playing Academy of Art, they're playing Dominican, and they're playing at Holy Names. And then the GNAC onslaught begins. They play Western Oregon and St. Martin's at home on December 30th and on New Year's Day, January 1st. And then there's a big one on January 13th. Central Washington comes to town, and what's always a fun rivalry match. I should mention earlier when I was talking about the women's volleyball team advancing, as you can see, getting fouled there. was Ebenezer Watts. Women's volleyball in the first round of the tournament, they defeated Simon Fraser only to advance to face Central Washington. So that'll be a very fun matchup between two dynamite programs. If you're a fan of D2 volleyball, you'll know the names Mario Andaya, Tia Andaya, Mariana Payne, some great players for Central. And of course, the Vikings, you got Heilborn, Gunterman, Casey Woodruff and crew. It'll be a really fun game. Keep your eye on the volleyball team as well. There's a minute 12 remaining here. We're going to keep things here as we head to the end of this game. It's 87-26. Vikings currently with the lead. Looks like that will stay for the final 112. Some final stats here. Well, not quite final. A minute 12 to go. Almost final stats. Gracie Castaneda leading us with 15 points. Emma Duff has 13. Truett Riley has 11. She's had a great game. 11 points and 9 boards. Carly Zaragoza and Danny Awami, each with 10. Wherever you are in the country, thanks for joining us here tonight at WECU Court. My name is Ben Bagley. It's been a pleasure bringing you the action. I'll be here all season long. For most of the games after December, hopefully most of the games, I'll be joined by my good friend Sean Wally. Wally, the fantastic play-by-play voice of Vikings TV. And I'll go back to color. As we're getting ready to go here for the final 112. Oaklander is whipping out the full court press. Castaneda looks to break it. She crosses half court, and we've hit a minute remaining in the ball game. Castaneda over to Zaragoza, down low to Truett Riley just off the rim. Rebound by Desiree Riley. Driving and stepping back. There's a shot. No good. Rebounded by Castaneda. Shot clock and game clock separated by about a second and a half. Dykstra dribbles down. Vikings most likely will just kill the clock here on this possession with a comfortable 61-point lead. Or Dykstra defies that logic. Goes in. Make that a 63-point lead. 5 seconds left here. Will the Oaklanders get up one final shot? Thompson is blocked by Riley right at the buzzer. That'll do it. Your number 11 nationally ranked Vikings improved to 6-0 on the season. An 89-26 victory. Vikings will be right back here in action on Saturday, this Saturday, December 4th, in a doubleheader. Where men's and women's team will both be playing for the doubleheader. Men playing at 3 p.m. against Simon Fraser, women playing at 7 p.m. Some final stats for this evening. Vikings shot 54% from the field, 35% from three. They hit 7 of their 23 pointers. Out-rebounded the Oaklanders 48-31. They also had 25 assists, 8 steals, and 8 blocks. I already mentioned the leading point getters for the Vikings. For Lincoln, high scorer was Kiana Thompson with 14. Danae Jackson had 5. Watts had 4. Seymour had 3. That'll do it for tonight from Bellingham. You see a look at the final stats on your screen. We will see you this Saturday for the men and women matching up against Simon Fraser at 3 and 7 p.m. Thank you for tuning in tonight. For everybody here at Vikings TV and with Western Athletics, my name is Ben Bagley. We'll catch you next time, and go Vikes.